So Hogwarts Legacy has definitely been one of the biggest games released this year, with over 15 million sales, grossing over 1 billion, and getting really good reviews. Hogwarts Legacy is without a doubt a big deal, and will probably be nominated for Game of the Year at the Game Awards at the end of this year. If you are playing Hogwarts Legacy and you enjoyed it, chances are you were looking for something to scratch that itch. Well, I've got you. When I was playing Hogwarts Legacy, I've noticed this game is a lot similar to another game that I really love, Bully. Let's talk about it.
Jimmy, please say something.
So, what is Bully Scholarship Edition? Well, you know about Rockstar Games, creator of Grand Theft Auto and Red Dead Redemption, but before Red Dead Redemption and the release date of GTA 4, there was Bully. So the thing about Rockstar Games is that usually they are very mature, they contain a lot of adult themes, but Bully takes a step back from that. A lot of people would describe Bully as GTA but in high school, and yeah, that's a basic way to put it. However, it is really its own unique game as you play it. So in this game, you play as Jimmy Hopkins, a new student at Bulworth Academy, and this academy is basically a horribly run high school. This high school has some sort of social hierarchy and different cliques, we'll get into that later. And throughout this journey as Jimmy, the character deals with some interesting characters and interesting events that go on in the school. I say events, but usually they can just be literal catastrophes, but that's part of the fun in the game. Don't expect some super in-depth writing for this game. However, despite that, the plot is very fun and enjoyable, while not being too simple and predictable. So that would be the story building of this game. What else is there? Moving on to classroom activities, this is the obvious comparison. The classroom / outside of class dynamic that is set up. So occasionally you attend classes, and outside of that you can, explore the world around you, as long as you don't have to attend a class at the time or do any sort of main mission or task. Just like in Hogwarts Legacy, in Bully you do need to attend the classes, but you also get some freedom on how you approach it. In Hogwarts Legacy you gain new skills and gain some additional tasks. But in Bully, it's a lot more simple because these classes are more like mini-games, and as far as the classes, it's, typical high school subjects like chemistry, English, art, the usual. Now, remember that with Bully, there is a clock system, so there are specific times where you need to attend these classes in order to avoid these consequences. Now, these consequences we'll get into soon, but before that, in Hogwarts Legacy, usually the class sessions are a part of the main story, so you do need to attend those anyway if you actually want to finish the game. And obviously you should attend these classes because you'll get really good skills. So originally in Hogwarts Legacy, there was going to be some sort of morality system where actions have consequences. And while in the final game you can have certain characters dislike you, it won't exactly affect you in the long run. It's unfortunate that the mechanic did not make the final cut. However, Bully does sort of have this with its detention mechanic. So like I mentioned with how not attending classes can get you some sort of consequences, if you don't attend a class, the authorities are going to bust you, and possibly give you detention. So this detention comes if you do too many rule violations, and this is based off of your trouble meter. So what kind of violations can you do? Well, there's dress codes, firing a weapon, bullying, harassment, etc. And if you do these things, you'll have to do the detention tasks. Now this changes depending on the season, so in the spring, summer, and fall, you will have to mow lawns. In the winter, you will have to shovel snow. So if you kind of like this idea of where your actions can have consequences, definitely try out Bully. It's not super complex, it doesn't change the entire game, but it is interesting nonetheless. I want to dive a bit deeper into the characters real quick. So yes, Jimmy Hopkins is the protagonist and is the only character you play, similar to how you only play as the customizable protagonist in Hogwarts Legacy. Both characters have their own set dialogue and a general personality. Both games can customize protagonists, both have hairstyle options. Hogwarts Legacy lets you basically wear whatever you want while having certain benefits to certain apparel. Bully has certain outfits that are school appropriate and others that are not, and some outfits give you special effects. Now going back to the cliques that take place, Hogwarts Legacy has, of course, the 4 houses: Gryffindor, Slytherin, Ravenclaw, and Hufflepuff. Bully has nerds, bullies, preppies, greasers, jocks, townies, which are not a part of the academy, and non-clique students. All of the cliques have a leader except the non-clique students. Jimmy himself doesn't join any cliques, but each clique has a respect level of how they see him, which is a very important mechanic for the game. And the non-clique students treat Jimmy based on the average of these 5 cliques. This is very important as it shows Jimmy's relationship with each clique and the different characters that are important to the story. And that will conclude this video. Has Bully Scholarship Edition held up well? 100% without a doubt if you ask me. Of course, it is important to note that the game is really old, 2008, and is not going to be perfectly up to modern standards of an open world game. Despite that, I feel like this game will never get old, because both this game and Hogwarts Legacy may seem extremely different at a glance due to the themes and atmosphere, but while playing Hogwarts Legacy, the game it reminded me the most of was Bully. If you played both of these games, let me know what you think about these two games being compared. That'll be it, and I will see you next time.